take your smart home to the next level with this simple night automation. And the best part, you can make it with any smart home system. Trigger it automatically with your phone, a button, or a voice command. Here is mine for inspiration. The shutters roll down, the TV turns off, my devices go into sleep mode so notifications are stopped, the Dyson goes into night mode, the lights progressively fade off to warm white for 15 minutes, and finally the star projector turns on for 10 minutes. You can do it with any smart home app, and I'm gonna show you how to do it with Alexa, Google Home, HomeKit, and Home Assistant. With the Apple ecosystem, you have multiple possibilities depending on what you want to do. Let's start by creating a scene called Good Night. You need to add and configure all the devices that will be involved in your scene. For example, rolling down the shutters and turning off an electrical plug. From there, you can trigger your scene from the Home app, from the control center, and from any Siri device that you own. But what if you want to trigger it automatically? For this, you need automations. Open the Shortcuts app on your iOS device, go to Automation, and click the plus icon. Here you have two choices, a personal automation or a home automation. The main difference is whether you want your automation to be triggered by an accessory in your Home app, like a door sensor or a button, or by your phone itself. For example, when your alarm rings, when you receive a message, or when you move to a certain location. You may also want to know that if you use a personal automation, you can do much more things than just controlling your house. Your iPhone and some apps on iOS give you several actions to play with. Let's say I want my good night scene to turn on automatically when I turn on my nightstand light. Look for the accessory you want to automate. In my case, it's my nightstand light. Select when it turns on and select the good night scene you configured before. For Google Home, in the app, go on the routines and set up the bedtime preset routine. You can set the trigger or starter to be either a vocal command, a specific time, or depending on the sunset. You already have a few convenient suggested actions. From there, just tap on Add Action to control every smart object you have. For Alexa, in the app, go on More and tap Routines. You can start from the featured Good Night routine. From here, you can just tap on Add Action and make it do anything you want. For Home Assistant, go in the Settings, Automations and Scenes, Create Automation, and start with an empty automation. Set up your trigger, whether it's a device, an event, or anything else. Add any condition if necessary, and then add all the actions you want. If you want to make a really advanced routine, I suggest you to create the full automation on Home Assistant and trigger it from any regular assistant. This will give you better flexibility and control. For this, on Home Assistant, create an helper toggle that you will use as a trigger for your automation. Then expose it to your regular assistant. At this point, every time you toggle the helper, for example, with the help of your phone's alarm, Google Home, Alexa, or anything, it will trigger your night routine on Home Assistant. This way, you can use the best of both worlds. If you want help and take your smart home to the next level, feel free to join our Discord, the Smart Playground. Tell me what you think about all of this and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.